we got all these nice shiny parts. Hello everybody, welcome back to part 2. Well, actually, it's not back to part 2. Welcome to part 2 of the Tow Behind Leaf Vacuum engine swap. So, there's been a little change of plans. For one, I'm not going to be able to show you all me pressure washing this because it's windy out. And it dawned on me, I do not want to get this camera wet. Alright, there we go. The lens is clean now. Okay, so, yeah, I'm not going to show you all me pressure washing. I'd like to, but it's just, I don't want to take a chance of getting the camera wet and all that. But here's what it looks like. As you can see, leaves and stink bug sleeping on the job, and well, not leaves, but all this grease and stuff. So I'm gonna pressure wash all this off as good as I can get it. Pressure wash off the frame, which it's a little rusty. So what I'm gonna do when I get done pressure washing this, I'm gonna take it up to the farm and put some spray paint on it just to make it look a little bit better. Because I got some black spray paint from Harbor Freight. I mean, I know it's not good to paint over rust, but I don't think it'll hurt in this case scenario. And you know, like I said, it's not gonna be a perfect paint job, just something good enough so it looks better and it won't rust out. But yeah, I'm gonna go pressure wash this and get it ready for paint. And then I'm gonna touch up some spots on it with my black paint I have up here. And now the parts that's on, I'm gonna pressure wash those and get those painted. So I will take you all outside and show you what those parts look like. And by the way, if anyone has not been to their Harbor Freight lately, their local Harbor Freight, you need to go. They have got a ton of new stuff in. They even have something I'm looking at getting for my channel, actually. Which has nothing to do with this, but if I tell you over quick, they came out with this drone that has a camera on it, a 1080p camera. I think it's 30 FPS, which is 30 frames per minute, which is what this is. Well, what I have set on. So I'm thinking I might go ahead and do that instead. I might get that and use it for aerial shots. I'm not sure. Alright, I'm gonna check my phone because I just got a text message, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get all this washed up. I'm not gonna wash the other parts. I'll show those to you first before I do. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this pulled out and cleaned up, and the floor will be cleaner as well, and hopefully the tires will be. Alright, I'm gonna get to work. See you in a little bit. Okay everybody, so I'm getting ready to wash the parts, and here's what they look like. I'm probably gonna paint this up, make it look a bit better. I gotta take the blades off of this though and sharpen them, so I might work on that here in a couple minutes. Gotta pressure wash all this, which is gonna be fun. It's gonna be splattered. I put my mud boots on just for that. Pressure wash all this stuff and clean it up, and then we'll move on to paint. Now we'll show you the painting, or at least before and after. But here we actually don't get wet. We have the vacuum all opened up and ready to go. Engine is needed. It does look better though. The wheels are a lot cleaner now. But look at this. I probably ought to get some paint thinner or something. Paul, give me out of the shop. I'd usually have some, but this time I don't. I'm gonna take some and wipe all this off. Get rid of the grease and all that junk. But yeah. So, I guess I'm gonna go wash the other parts and paint them black. Now the black I'm painting them is this stuff I got from Harbor Freight. It's actually a gloss, so it'll look real nice. But I'm gonna work on everything, get clean. I don't know. I might just go ahead and paint the frame and forget about trying to wipe it off anymore. It's good enough. You know, I just want something to last through the winter months and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go work on that. I'm gonna bring it back a little later. Oh, and also there's little door openers on there I gotta replace. But we're getting there. All right, I'm gonna get back to work. I think there's a couple little cracks in the plastic. I'm gonna fix those with some 2-part epoxy. This stuff here I got, it's called Quick Cure, 5M Quick Cure. But yeah, I'm gonna take that stuff and glue up some of the cracks I got. It's not, I think it's just like 1 or 2. But go ahead and get them cleaned up. But yeah, I'm making progress. So, all right, I'm gonna get back to it. All right, buddy. Got all the parts cleaned up. Turns out this part, that part, and I think some of that part I gotta sand. So that stinks. But I got the flap disc for the angle grinder, so I'll just use that. This, I'll go ask him. I'd rather just paint this down here now so I don't have to drag it up through the mud. I gotta let the wind die down first. But if the wind dies down enough, then maybe I can paint it down here. Because if I can paint it down here, I think it'll be a lot nicer. And like I said, there's still some grease on there. Couldn't get it all off. It's good enough. I mean, like I said, the engine's gonna stay on top anyway, so. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and wait for the wind to die down and see if they're okay with it. I'm gonna go ahead and paint it. Alright, let's get to it. I'm not gonna show you the painting part because I don't get paint on the camera. And like I said, a little bit of windy. I hope it doesn't stay windy because I need to paint. I do most of my paint up at the farm, but for this big part here, I just rather do it down here. Alright, I'm gonna get to it. See you in a little bit. Alright, everybody. So, yes. I got some of the parts painted. I'm not gonna show them to you right now. I'm going to them all done. But, I'm gonna start sanding this. I'm not gonna show this to you either. I mean, like I said, I'm trying to show you most of the main stuff putting the engine on, but this kind of stuff I kind of find to be kind of boring to watch. So I'm gonna go ahead and sand that off and I'll show it to you when it's all done. Alright, I'm gonna get to it. Okay, everybody. It's done. And now it's ready for a coat of paint. So I'm gonna go ahead and go paint this up. I'm gonna do the rest of the parts. I'm not gonna show you that part. I'm gonna say that's kind of boring. It's gonna take me a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all the parts cleaned up, painted up, and I'll bring them back and show you what they look like. And then yeah. And we have something special possibly coming in. No, not possibly, definitely. So we have something special coming in. I'm not sure if it's going to work out. It has something to do with the vacuum. Some of you may figure it out. But yes, I'll show you a little bit later this evening. It's not going to be actually done until episode 3, or part 3. But today we got it all cleaned up and we painted a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to get back to it. All right, everybody. Got the frame all painted up. It looks good. You can definitely tell it's been painted. It's not a perfect job, but it'll do for now. And we got all these nice shiny parts. That looks like brand new. And I did put tape over the stickers to save most of them, except for this one warning label on top that you can't see. And I had to keep this sticker. That's a rare sticker. And no, I did not put that on there. And the paint I used was this acrylic enamel gloss from Harbor Freight. I had some bad experiences in the past, but the paint seems to be getting better. So yeah, and I'm not sure if we're gonna do it yet, but we might even replace the hose that goes to this thing, the vacuum hose. This part here. Now you probably noticed behind me there's a brand new engine set in here, 301 cc. Yes, we decided to go with the new engine. Here's the reasons. One, the engine we have has the wrong size shaft. It's 3/4 inch. I need 1 inch. This engine has the right size shaft. And the other thing is that's a Power Sport Tecumseh, and that's more or less made for go-karts, not really for the thing we need it for. And the Tecumsehs are good, but they have a fuel problem, which is no big deal. But it's one of them things, I want a piece of equipment that's going to run long time. So we got this. I'm going to be doing an unboxing in part 3, which is coming out again this week, hopefully, unless I get stopped. I am working tomorrow, so we won't get as much done in part 3. But yeah, part 3, we'll unbox the engine and start bolting it all back together. So tomorrow we'll pull the engine, go over the engine specs, and put it on here. Oh yeah, and one other thing about this engine, it has 8 horsepower, I believe, unless I read it wrong. I might have. Anyway, it has 8 horsepower, right here. The old one had 5, so, you know what that means? This thing is going to have quite the vacuuming power. So, to say the least, it is going to be able to vacuum up leaves like you wouldn't believe. And I also, this one, that's a good. Let me see if y'all can see here. Let's turn on the light. My workbench, which is my welding table, is rather messy at the moment and greasy. Anyway, I even sharpen these blades up so we can chip with it, because we couldn't chip with it before. But now we have, well, for one, 8 horsepower of vacuuming and chipping power. We also have sharper blades, so it should be able to chip up stuff now. So, thank you for watching part 2. Come back, I'm hoping tomorrow. If not, it'll be the day after. And, yeah. Hopefully we'll have the engine on. Probably won't have it running in the next episode. We might not have it running until, next week. So, Saturday, if I don't post, it's because we're working on the truck. So, Friday, if I post the video, no, actually it'd be Saturday I post it, because I edit at night now. For this one, anyway. I try not to do it all the time, but with this, I would like to keep everything, in a nice, neat row, so everyone can keep track of everything. So I'm trying to post it, let me think, every other day, I guess you could say. No, I don't know. So the video I posted last night turned out, to watch today. So today's video will be filmed the day that y'all watched the last video. And then in this video, I will be making the video of part 3. Unless I get stopped for some reason because I have to work or something. But I am working tomorrow, but it shouldn't stop me from unboxing this because I quit working at 4. At 4 o'clock. That's when we quit. 4 o'clock to 5, anywhere from there. And then we're going to take this engine out of the box, get it all unwrapped, go over all the specs on it, and then we'll put it on there. Now the one thing, the shaft is a little bit too long on this one, so we have 2 options. Cut the shaft, which we're not doing. What we're probably going to be doing is we're going to have to do a little modification to that big part, the fan blade part. But other than that, no problem. But yeah, I'm glad I painted it. It looks better. Seriously, it does look amazing. All that beautiful black frame, and then you can see the old frame. See, here's what it used to look like. And now here's what it looks like. I mean, it's not perfect in person. It looks real good on camera. But in person, it's not real good. And now I just noticed there are some parts I didn't get painted. But no big deal. I'll probably do touch-ups on that paint tomorrow. And I got to do a little more to that foot. I got to paint that a little bit more. But yeah, it looks good. And the rims look better now if they're white, not covered in mud. And I got to grease this thing up. I'm probably going to wait till I'm all done, but I'm going to grease it up and lubricate it. Oh, and a little tip for y'all. Go to Harbor Freight, pay $25, and you get a 1-gallon can of WD-40. They also have $8 for the regular 12-ounce, and I had my mom help me, mainly because I was bent over trying to read everything with it. I had her use her phone with the calculator and type everything up. So we figured it out. Crap, I can't remember what it was. You have to buy roughly, I think, 5 to 6 cans, which is anywhere from $40 to $48 that you're going to pay to get the same amount of WD-40 that you get in that $25, well, $26 can, you know, by the time you add tax. $26 can. And I'm thinking you can probably use the 20% off on that, too. So, it's cheaper to buy that big can and then buy a spray bottle to put your WD-40 in. Granted, it is nice just pushing the lever and you got all that air pressure pushing it out. But there are some times I've had with some cans of paint, some other stuff, where you'll squirt it and all the air pressure's gone, but there's still a bunch in there and you lose it. So you won't lose it this way. The other nice thing is you can get a wide variety of different size spray bottles. So if you don't want one that big, a WD-40 can, no worries. Fill up a small one. And the nice thing is you can have that, and you can buy a bunch of spray bottles and just keep filling them up and filling them up and filling them up. So when you run out, no big deal. Because you have the big gallon. And you figure you can get 2 gallons for the price you're going to get a gallon's worth in the little $8 cans. Personally, I find this a win-win. I'm going for the big cans and getting the spray bottles. No big deal. I think it'll be better. But that's just my opinion. Little helpful tip for everybody. You know, figure it up yourself because it might be different stores. But yeah. Thanks for watching part 2. I will see you in part 3. And like I said, hopefully we have this on the frame. Or at least unboxed. Let's put it that way. Part 3 may not be but a 5-minute video. It's probably going to be like a 10-15-minute video by the time I get done running my mouth. But, you know. Okay. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and like. And I'll see you next time on Jay's Hilltop Garage.